If your last date involved a VHS tape and a landline, welcome back to the game. If you're over 60, 70, or 80, you've survived drive-ins, dial-ups, divorces. And no, LTR does not mean long-term retirement. This episode is for you, and also for us who might be a hair younger than that. My question is, does it ever end? And I think maybe it doesn't. Hey girl, you up? Do you remember dating in your 20s, your 30s? Now some of us are in our 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s. You know what? It never ends. So we're going to say hi to Joe, who is Joe from Jersey.
That's right.
Who is an actor and a bachelor.
Right.
And the fabulous Miss Trixie.
Right.
And let me see, I believe you were on over 70 episodes of the Gong Show.
Exactly.
I was told married 3 times.
2.5.
2.5, we have to get into that.
Okay.
And dating like the Olympics.
Yeah.
So maybe we can be in a
Okay.
relay race
Okay.
together.
All right.
So welcome. Why are you single, Trixie?
Because I've had a lot of husbands, and I love my single life because I get to do what I want. And I'm dating older men and young men.
Okay. How old are you now, Trixie?
I'm going to be 83 tomorrow.
Trixie looks bloody phenomenal.
Thank you.
This is like goals.
Thank you.
Okay, so what's 83? What is your range of ages?
I still date a 28-year-old. It's just sex.
It's just sex.
Yes.
He's 28.
Yes.
Over the hill.
He's a muscle man. He works out at the gym.
Okay.
And he likes older women.
Okay.
And then the oldest is like 50.
50.
Yeah.
Oh, you are like a little bit of a cradle snatcher.
Yeah.
If the oldest is 50, so is that because you're like 60, 65, 70 is not my jam?
No, they're too boring for me. They don't have any
Joe.
energy. Wait,
Watch out,
I'm
Joe.
sorry, Joe.
I'm done.
Okay. They don't have any energy,
Uh-huh.
and they don't like to party. And then I drive a car that attracts younger men. I drive a muscle car. I drive a Dodge Challenger.
Okay.
And then I have a classic 75 Nova that I show in car shows.
Okay.
And then sometimes I get beside a guy that goes,
oh, hey, so is the car a pickup tool for you?
oh, yeah.
So
Okay.
did you get it for 2 reasons? Like you like the car, but
I like
also
the car.
it seems to be a vehicle for more than just driving.
Hey,
Okay.
Joe. Nothing I said is
No,
against
Trixie, I know. It's over for me.
Joe's out of your shit.
I'm done.
Okay, same other.
Basically, I'm done. That's all right, Trix.
You want to?
No.
But we're picking up on that Trixie. It's
Right.
a pickup tool.
Right. And that I get beside guys all the time, and they give me the thumbs up, and they go,
Oh, do they
yeah,
really?
yeah.
Okay, have you ever picked up anyone literally on the road? Like
No, because that's dangerous nowadays.
Oh, so you are careful.
Yeah, I'm careful.
Very careful. Okay. And how many? Okay, so I'm going to go back to 28-year-old.
Okay.
How did you meet your 28-year-old?
On DateACougar.
There's a DateACougar?
Yes.
Sarah, DateACougar.com. Are we cool? Like, what is cougar?
Older women.
But what age is that? Like, I'm a 48. Am I a cougar?
Yes, you are.
Oh.
Yeah.
We're cougars, okay?
Yeah.
Like, what's the advantage of the site?
I think the 28-year-old that likes me, because he's of a nationality that the girls like them to be taken care of. They like the guys to take care of them. But I think he likes me because I'm established. I can't have kids. I have my own home. I have my own money. So I think he likes me for that. I got to tell you about a thing that happened to me a couple weeks ago.
Oh, do tell.
Okay. I was at this bar, and I was drinking shots of tequila.
As you do.
As I do.
Yeah.
I got so drunk, but there was an old boyfriend of mine there, and he said, I'll take care of you. I'll get Uber to your house, and then I'll take care of you. But I fell 4 times while he was at my house.
You fell
I
4 times.
fell 4 times. I got a black eye, and then I remember the next day that he was trying to kiss me. I kept smelling his breath.
Maybe that's why you fell so many times trying to get away from him.
Probably.
Probably.
Yeah. And so I looked at the clock after I got in bed, and it was 6 o'clock in the morning, and I was wondering why he was still there. And so I said, call your Uber. Call your Uber. So he finally called his Uber, and then he tried to call me. I talked to him for a few days, and then I said, oh, hell no. I remember what you tried to do last night. Tried to take advantage of me, but I wasn't having it. I still had a clear mind for that not to happen.
I do like, it's interesting when you have like those kind of drunken nights, but the memory still kind of comes in.
Right.
You know? So it's like, and I've been there too, where it takes me 2-3 days, but it kind of flash back. So he's a bit of an asshole, and he's an ex for a reason.
Oh, I blocked him.
You blocked him.
Oh, yeah.
Got it. Okay, so we got the 28-year-old, which is then predominantly for company and sex. Sex. Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
So you're obviously very sexually active, clearly. And I didn't know if there was like an age where people would kind of stop or not, but I got my answer.
Okay, yeah.
Trixie is like, no, are you kidding me?
No, it's going to go on. He called me the other night, but I was busy. So I told him, no, you can't come over.
Now, so we got the answer to Trixie. She was like, why are you single? It's because I have my own money. I'm independent.
Right.
And I like to play around.
Right.
And I like my freedom.
Yeah.
That is what I'm taking away.
And I like being single now because I've had my husbands.
You did the husband.
I did the husband thing. Yeah.
Let's go to Joe.
Okay.
So Trixie said, we do know that Joe is apparently too old for Trixie.
Right.
Hey, ageism, I get it all the time. Now, why are you single, Joe?
I'm single because I just enjoy being out there. I mean, I almost got married once, 30 plus years ago.
What happened? What's almost getting married?
Almost getting married, you know, the families get together and
Like
they
engaged?
start talking. I'm not involved in the conversations. You know what I mean? Like, oh, okay, really? We're meeting up? Oh, I didn't know that. You know, great girl, great human being, great person. But, you know, it was just one of those things that just wasn't right. She knew, she was smarter than me. She said, all right, Joe's this wild man, Italian from New Jersey. I've got to, I want to marry him, but Joe's not doing it. And I just didn't, and I never came close again, and I didn't try to come close. I like to be out there. LA's a fun place to be.
Yeah.
And it's a fun place to party, and I like the whole game of it, the flirtatious game of it. I always did. Even now, when I get shot down, and Trixie walks in, shoots me down. It's still fun.
We know.
It's still fun. I have laughs. And I was saying to somebody earlier where I was at a bar the other night, and some music came on from the 80s. And she was like, you know, I bought her drinks, and I'm talking to her, and she goes, isn't this song from your era? And I thought, okay, you know, but it's still fun. Even getting shot down like that was fun. She laughed, she was gone. I didn't care. I enjoyed the time.
Yeah.
I still had a great time, but I still enjoy that.
My question is then, almost two different spectrums though. You've been married, and I do want to get into why it's a halftime.
Okay.
But you've been married, so you know what that is like. You've chosen to never be married, no kids, I assume. Well, we have having audio issues, but you know we're not having any dating issues because these two people are dating a lot. So I'm very inspired. To recap, Joe, you never wanted to settle down ever because you always liked it.
Once that ended, I just love the game, the party. You know, I love to just talk.
Yeah.
And some people don't love it, but I mean, you know, I love to do it. And I love to if I can make them laugh, that is a big key because I can turn them around that way.
As someone who's 48, I'm back out in a lot of bars. Me and my lovely partner in crime, Sarah, I'm into this show because we don't know what to do out there. So we figured we'd make a show about it and search for love, dating advice, however it works. We've been to bars and we're like, oh dear, we are the oldest one here. Is that something does it happen to you? Does it bother you? Do you search out certain bars for ages? Like starting with you, Joe.
Oh yeah, I'm. You know, I mean, I just try to go to the bar, have a good time, crack some jokes. If somebody just doesn't care for me or they move away, that's a challenge. At least for me to make them laugh. You know, I want to see if I can make them laugh. If they may not be interested in me at all, But if I can make them laugh and turn it around, it's interesting.
That's the thing. So but do you feel like if you look around the bar, is it 20, 30, 40, 50, 67? Like or do you search out bars for mature singles?
Oh, no. I don't. I just go to the whatever's close. I mean, I go to Mastro's. I go to Steak 48. I go to Boulevard Steak on Ventura Boulevard.
Okay.
Great bars,
Great
bars. But I mean, I'll just sit there and just drink and try to, get in a conversation with somebody. And once you start getting, the energy out there, they're always used to looking at the phone. I didn't grow up that way.
No,
So,
many of us did.
right. So now it's like, I want to see if I could get them off the phone and into a conversation. That'll be interesting. That's the challenge.
But what are you looking for then? Are you perpetually just put
You know
yourself in
what?
a
The
bunch of dating
game.
challenges?
Not so much
the
looking
game.
for the game
So
is
you
what
don't
I'm.
want a relationship of any kind.
No, I don't.
Oh, that's interesting.
No, I don't. I just want to have some fun.
I think okay. So are you on a dating app?
I went on a few of them.
Okay.
And there's no connection. It's a.
Did you put all those apps? I just want to have fun, or like still figuring it out? Like
I just put tonight, and that's
you
it.
were honest. Mine like
Right,
that though.
Trixie, that was like,
Because I'm on all of the apps.
are you? You are?
All the apps. We are dating in the wild.
Bumblebee or something?
Yeah. You know what?
What's it called?
That's what Bumble feels like. Bumble feels
I don't know what it was called. Something like that.
It's called Bumble.
Oh,
Yeah, but
And yes, the logo is a bee. I'm on the Bumblebee or something. I'm
Yeah.
trying to do something on it. And then I'm on something called Raya. And then I'm on another app called The League. You get me now.
connection.
yeah. It's got to be something that's fun.
But I don't. I think I've struggled a little bit in the wild dating.
Do you meet people that night if you go on an app?
I had a Saturday where I had no plans, and I matched with a guy at 1 o'clock, and he goes, "I'm kind of hungry. Do you want to grab lunch where you live?"
Oh.
And I was like, "Yes, sir, I will." Also, I did. Now it was just a nice lunch, and he wasn't my type, but I had a nice lunch. I just came home, face was on and everything, and now the other guy goes, "Hey, we matched like a week ago. What are you doing tonight?" And I went on my second date in one day. And you know what? I kind of liked him. He was
Oh, yeah.
fun.
Right.
And I actually don't like talking on the app. There's even something called textationship. That's when someone is basically, they never meet and they just text.
Textationship.
And I'm assuming, because the way you're looking at me is like, it's crazy, right?
Right.
Because how are you going to, no matter what your ambition is, long-term relationship, short-term, none of this happening via the app. The app is just like a
Right.
vessel.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Okay.
And there's even a button on Tinder for tonight. So I can hit a button if I'm home and bored, and I just go,
Okay. I'm going to do it tonight then.
That's what I'm saying. Now, Tinder is perfect for you.
You read about me in the news tomorrow.
To romance women. You like to get them. There's a challenge for you.
Yeah, for me, it's just if I could just have them, if they are not interested, it's fun to see if they can become interested. If they're laughing, if they're having a good time. Some of them will totally, no way, no thank you. But then if you could turn them around, that's the fun part of it. That's the game of it.
It is still, though, always with the intention of a one-night stand or some
Right.
type of sexual encounter.
Not like
No?
I remember going into one bar and I was at the end of the night and I really didn't feel like doing anything. And the waitress came up to me and she said, "We close at 2." And she walked away. And I turned to my buddy. I said, "Really, close at 2? Well, most of the bars. This is how smart I am. Most of the bars close at 2."
Yeah.
And my buddy goes, I don't know what she. So then she came with the bill. She looked at me. She gave me the bill. She said, "We close at 2 o'clock." And she turned around and she left. And I go, they want us to come back here at closing, And that's what they want us to do. So, but see, that kind of stuff is exciting.
It is exciting. Okay, so one-night stands. What are you, like, how long can a one-night stand stay?
For one night.
But no, so, okay, what time do they need to leave by the next morning?
Immediately.
Like in the middle of the night because I don't like sleeping with anybody.
Okay, you need that, like, it's like as soon as the sex is done,
Right.
Trixie,
go.
you feel like we're good.
Don't let the door hit you in the ass.
Oh,
Got a girl.
have you
Yeah.
had someone, we have to wake up and make coffee and all that?
Oh, no. And I snore.
Oh, me too.
I think I snore. My cat told me.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't want anybody around. I don't
Do
want
you
anybody
tell them
touching
that
me.
before or just when it's done?
It's done. I just say good night.
Oh,
And
that's all it
the
takes.
door's out that
You
way.
just say
Well
good night.
done. Well done,
What do
Trixie.
you do? You seem like a gentleman.
Well, I mean, back in the old days, it was cab fare. And then, now you call an Uber, this and that. I can't sleep with another person in my bed.
Me too.
Can't sleep.
What?
Cannot
My
sleep.
bed to
Up all night. Up all night, tossing and turning. Cannot sleep.
No, I
I
can't.
love sleeping with another
Just,
person.
you're kidding.
No.
Love sleeping with another person.
No.
No, negative.
I mean,
That's a negative.
you're the happiest single people
Oh, absolutely.
I have ever had on this show.
I'm glad you like
Like,
that.
you don't give a fuck.
I'll drink to
Right.
that.
You just want to go on, have fun.
'Cause I've been through all the other stuff.
You don't want any relationships.
No,
Oh my God. You don't need something from another person to
Exactly.
fulfill you.
no.
We're just having the fun. Give less fucks is what we're taking away
Right.
from Joe
Well
and
said.
Trixie.
Well said.
Okay, thanks,
So,
Joe and Trixie.
Okay,
Um,
can I tell you this story?
Oh,
I
do
was
tell
I was
stories.
going to meet a guy, and I was in my El Camino that I had,
Uh-huh.
and it had big tires on the back. And I got stopped for speeding. And the officer came up to me and he said, you were going this, and then he gave me a ticket. And I went to pull out, and I pulled out, and then right down the street, I saw all these police cars in my mirror. And I said, whoa, what's going on? They pulled me over. I ran over the policeman's foot when I pulled out. I said, I thought I heard a little thud, but my big tires on the back. What was he still standing there for? What the hell was he still standing?
Why was his foot in the way of my car?
Right.
Like, you're like, I'm driving here, people.
Trixie.
Shut up.
Trixie. What are we going to do with you?
And as soon as you got it, you just peace out.
Right. And his foot was there. And so I heard, that's the little thud I
I'm
heard.
gonna bet that he did not ask you out on a date.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he did not.
But then I went on to meet my date.
You did meet. Okay, how many times a week, roughly, Joe, do you go out? Like,
A couple times a week.
like Friday, Saturday for sure.
I just sometimes with a happy hour thrown in. That's
Oh, I do
always
love a
the
good
X
happy
factor.
hour.
Happy hour is an interesting time to go out.
Yeah,
Casa Vega, which I like,
I love.
is
Casa
a
Vega.
very dark kind of bar.
Yeah.
And you could go there on a Monday afternoon,
Oh.
and it doesn't know what time it is in that
He
bar.
doesn't know what time it is.
So you could go in there anytime you want, just sit at the bar. And I've done this Monday afternoon,
Uh-huh.
2:00, 2:30, and had a great time.
Like, do you tell them up? I mean, you must tell them up front, Trixie, because you're like, I don't want a relationship. You say it right, to
They
them.
know that.
They know that. And do you do the same?
No,
No,
I don't.
because that could deter them.
No, I just don't. I don't think about it.
Does anyone? Okay, how about this? So you and I meet at Casa Vega
Right.
at 3 p.m.
Right.
Bump into each other.
You're in a lot of trouble.
We're tons. So around 6 p.m. we're
Right.
3 sheets to the wind. So in the bar, if I say, "Hey Joe, what are you looking for? Do you are looking for a relationship? Do you know?
Right.
Are you then telling
Can
me?
we talk about it later?
Talk about it later.
Can we just have a few? Let's have another shot.
just
We'll
have
talk
fun.
about it. Yeah.
Okay, let's just have fun.
Right.
The next morning, I'm like, all right, Joe, I'm really into you. Let's keep this going. When do you break it to me?
When you get home, I'll get you the cab. I'll get you the Uber, and then if we talk later, I'll bring it to you. But I mean, if we don't, we don't talk later. No, I don't bring. I don't think that that usually doesn't come up on the first date.
Yeah.
You want to know on the first day?
Not the first. Yeah, I do actually. No, I just want to know, what do you want? Not us. I just want to know, like, you're single. What are you looking for? Not necessarily with me, but just like, hey, I really am looking for a life partner. Or I just want short-term fun. I just want to know that part, not with me. Does that make sense?
Okay.
That helps me to put you in a folder.
Okay. Why do I have to be in a folder? I mean, I may not know.
Because then I'll invest accordingly.
Okay. Because I may not know yet in a day.
No,
You got your folders out. I got nothing.
the biggest thing in dating that people are struggling with out there, which you are not struggling with,
Right.
Right.
is that for us who want to find a long-term relationship, we want to know when we go out there dating, does the person we're meeting want the same? And there's a lot of bullshit out there. I love men who are like, I'm not ready.
Right.
Like I'm dating for fun.
Right.
Then I know, and I'm protected for that. He's not lying to me, whatever. But I have met men who are like, yes, I'm my life partner. You're amazing. And in 30 years, we should be doing this, this, this. And then they peace out after 2 weeks. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So now there's false advertising.
Right.
So I like when a man is upfront.
That's right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
You're upfront.
Oh, I'm up front.
And I'm upfront. So, okay, bars. You go to bars, like how many times? Okay, we know you go out a couple of times per week.
Yeah.
You and I are going to go to Casa Vega at some
Right,
weird happy
right.
hour. And Trixie, how many times per week?
Like 5. Monday's Berrigan tacos, and I go for margaritas and tacos. Tuesday is Acapulco tacos, and Wednesday is Margarita Wednesdays at Berrigan's. Thursday is fajita night at Acapulco, and then Friday and Saturday nights are just like bar nights.
Oh, you seem to be navigated by the entire Mexican cuisine, though.
Right. But I like other foods, but there's
But the tacos
special.
Acapulco special seem to be like,
Yeah.
okay.
Okay.
And how linked are you out? Like, what was, you know,
I close the bars.
you closed down the bar.
Wait, but Acapulco closes at 9.
Okay.
So that's if I'd like to go out later.
Yeah.
It depends on how drunk I get at Acapulco.
Fair enough.
Okay. And then, but Friday and Saturday nights is definitely 2 o'clock. I close.
Oh,
the
you're
bar.
out Friday night to Saturday
Because
night,
I
10
don't go
o'clock.
out till like 10:30.
Hey, excuse me. This is embarrassing. Trixie's putting us all to shame.
You know, I invited
Trixie.
2 of my girlfriends that are a lot younger than me. I invited them to go with me last night, but they said, "What time are you going?" I said, 10:30. They said, "We're sleeping already."
Oh my God. You know what can I say?
You're an animal, Trixie.
Listen, with your expertise, I think we learned that like just be yourself, have fun,
Exactly.
be direct, and do your thing, right? Now, with love and dating and 2.5 marriages, there are some regrets.
Okay.
So we have a little game called Regret
Well,
Roulette.
Oh, no.
You spin the roulette, and whatever subject it lands on, you owe us some type of regret story.
Okay.
Now, it can land on first date, it can land on worst sex, it can land on worst text, it can land on nudes, a cringe moment, age gap, ghosting. Do we all know what ghosting is?
Yeah.
Yeah? Or cheating.
Okay.
So, because you're sitting so close, Joe,
Yes.
why don't we go ladies first?
Okay.
You'll spin for Trixie.
Yeah.
Let's see what it lands on, and you'll spill a story.
Okay.
Ready,
You have
Trixie?
plenty of
Yes, I'm
stories.
ready.
Are you sure?
Yeah, a hard
I
spin.
think I'm-
Give it a
Okay.
hard spin. Swipe regret.
Oh,
Any swipe regrets?
yes. I swiped on a guy on DateACougar,
Uh-huh.
and then we went to a bar to meet, and then he disappeared on me. He said, "I don't like older women." And I thought, well, what the hell are you doing on DateACougar?
Yeah.
So I never saw him again. And then I blocked him.
What an idiot.
I know. What an idiot.
What an
Get
idiot.
lost.
Get lost.
Hell yes.
I have an interesting story. You are dating a 28-year-old, right?
Right.
One time, me, and again, my partner in crime, Sarah,
Okay.
we are on Tinder at the same time, but on the phone with each other. So I'm Tindering, she's Tindering, and we're talking. And I go, oh my God, I got swiped on. He's kind of cute. He's 28, like he's a composer. And she's like, oh, it's funny. I'm talking to this other guy. He's 28. So maybe we're just like getting these young guys, I guess. And she goes, wait, he's also a composer. So we're realizing
We're talking
that
the
he's
same guy.
messaging simultaneously to both of us, right?
Wow.
We basically both text him at the same time on the app going, are you also talking to Sarah?
Well, he had cut and pasted the exact
That's what it
same
was.
messages to
Oh.
both of us.
He had cut and pasted the same to both of us. And then it got toxic. And then he kind of goes, listen, it just takes too much energy, la, la, la. Sarah goes, then I'm out. But I was a bit more intrigued. So I keep talking to him. And I said to him, listen, you're 28, I'm 48. Like, he's like, love it. And he was handsome. So I'm like, okay, let's go for it. He asked me on a date and cancels the same day because he goes, I have to go pick up my family from the airport. Then get another text 2 days later. Hey, I want to make it up to you. I have ideas. Blah, blah, blah. I said, okay. Second time, fine. I'll give you a second chance. Cancels a second time. Then I just tell him, hey, boo. I said, I don't want little boys. I need a man.
Right.
You're wasting my time. I wish you all the best. Then Sarah gets a text around Christmas from him. And he goes, what can I get Anna for Christmas?
A diamond ring.
Yeah. You know what Sarah said? Sarah said to him, you don't even know her. What are you doing? So that is my experience with 28-year-old.
Okay.
Not good.
Yeah, but I've been seeing my guy for like 5 years.
Oh, does he have any younger brothers?
No, he's got a sister, but he lives at home with mom and dad.
I mean, you are literally great. I mean, oh, you're in the cradle. No,
And you
no.
guys know you have to count back 5 years mentally for a guy, right? You know if they're 28, they're really 23 mentally, maybe even
I didn't
younger.
know it was 5.
Always
Are you
count back
basing this
5
on
years.
scientific
I'm
research?
trying to help. Well, hey, come on.
No.
I'm trying to help you guys out. Guys are immature to begin with, right?
Yes.
At least 5 to 7 years mentally. Count back. So if there's a guy 25, you know he's 18 to 20 mentally most of the time. So remember that when when you're out there,
So
kid.
I'm 48, so I should go at 55.
Well, yeah, if you were talking mentally, yes, correct. And also, there's a few other things, but
What do you mean if you're the thing?
no,
Is it
don't
all
worry
fucking
about it. I'll
secret?
keep it to, but yes, I'm going to keep all these things
Why are you
secret.
keeping
Because,
secret? There's more
no,
secret.
I was talking about, you know what's funny when I go into a bar? I'll give you a little tip.
Please.
When I talk to women, sometimes their nail polish is wrong for their persona.
I do.
So
know
when their nail polish isn't right for their persona, I don't engage.
Oh, give me an example.
Yeah, I was going to ask that.
Oh,
Well,
look at Trixie.
you're fine, Trixie.
Okay.
Okay.
Right.
But what I'm saying,
my nails,
no,
look at my
you,
nails.
yeah, no, that fits you.
I think so too.
That fits you perfectly. But I have walked in where I've said to my, look at the,
Joe
looked at,
approves.
look at the persona of the person, the demeanor, and said that nail polish, it's almost forced. It doesn't match with the person's demeanor, and there's something wrong, and then it leads to there's something wrong with them. Tip off when I go in and I see their nail polish, it doesn't match who they are.
But
Then I
you
move
do-
on.
But you do that from just talking to them a little bit?
No, I
Just
just
seeing
look
them?
at them.
You
Yeah,
Look at that.
I say that doesn't match,
Get out.
and I'm out.
That's
Engaged.
a brand new filter we just
That's
discovered
right.
today.
That's right. I
So-
just told you that's one of my oldest rules.
Okay, if
Going on
Appreciate
40,
the
40
secret.
plus years. Yeah.
Hey, if I
Oh.
start talking to a guy and he has dirty fingernails,
Well, that's,
I'm with you.
yes, you're right.
dirty fingernails with dirty tennis shoes, like he worked on his car before he came to the bar. That's a no-no for me.
Okay, I like the nails thing. Thank you for the tip. I think that for me, it's like you, I'm really into how a man is put together. Like literally a 3 becomes a 6 or a 7 if
Right.
he's dressed immaculately. Or has a style, how about that? An intention. The white t-shirt with the crisp white sneakers and some cool jeans, or if it's a suit, any little detail, I'm like, he takes care of himself.
Right.
Okay, please swipe.
All right.
Okay.
Here we go.
Yeah.
What did you get? Cringe, a cringe moment.
A
that
cringe
you
moment.
regret.
A cringe moment. Well, let's see.
Okay.
Okay. Bartending at the pool hall. One of my first jobs in Los Angeles.
Mhm.
I'm bartending at the pool hall. And 2 girls come up to me and they say, listen, we want to get together tonight. Okay, that's fine. I got nothing going on. But they were not really, I wasn't interested. They wanted to get together, all 3 of us. And I said, no, I don't think so. I didn't tell them that I wasn't into, they just weren't really good looking enough. And I just said, I can't do this. You know what I mean? I was 24,
Interesting.
25, and they were very nice. They were nice people.
Mhm.
But I just said, I just can't. I can't do this, and they
So
were
3
there for hours. And I said, yeah, I don't know, like you said about what they wear and this and that,
Uh-huh.
that kind of kicked in.
Yeah.
And they weren't really, I thought to myself, I just can't do this. It's going to end up badly. That was where the cringe came in. They were still hanging out. And I was like, yeah, I don't really think, that maybe this is for me.
I always think that if a man can get laid, he'll take it no matter what. But it turns out
No.
not the case.
No, that is not the case.
Got it. Not the case. Okay. But sexually, like we have experienced with men when I reach the 50s, a definite erectile dysfunction. 100%. It's a thing. And I'm not the.
Is that true?
Yes. Okay. That answers Joe. Probably when Joe want to go below 50.
Right. I don't want them to have to take the blue pill.
Right. Okay. But what about the vagina? Is it always good to go if you keep having sex?
I am.
What's
Well,
it?
if you're good,
When it
gives me
dies,
hope.
then I die.
We used to get orgasms, used to get wet, all this stuff.
Oh,
Oh, this
yeah.
is so good, ladies.
Yeah.
Trixie, you're giving us all hope.
Let me just.
Oh, I thought they had like a time limit. I thought it
Oh,
was
no.
like I thought like
Oh, God.
there was going to be like a warranty or something that finished.
Okay. Now.
Okay, I do have a good one now.
Okay.
Even in your world of love and dating and sex and all the madness, they're all red flags and they're green flags. You obviously told us about nail polish. There's a whole theory.
Gave you.
That's right. We meet people all the time. They say something, they do something, they wear something
Mm.
that makes you be like,
Stop for 1 second. Can you adjust the mic so the shadow isn't right? Because this
Yeah.
is
Down?
a shadow penis. You guys
okay.
I want this to happen.
shadow erect penis.
I want this to happen. Let me move it in.
Straight up.
Oh, how's it look?
Oh.
We're still rolling, ladies. We're good.
Yes.
All right. So I'm going to hand you both, ladies first, a red flag and a green flag.
Okay.
And I will read a statement and
Okay.
you will raise a flag of how you feel. Is it a red flag bad or green flag good? So on a first meet or date, they tell you they would like you to be involved in a threesome. First date, red flag for Trixie. Okay.
Are they good looking? This is the whole problem. I have
Yes.
to know.
Yes, they are, John.
Okay, that's all right.
Okay. Okay. Sends you a dick pic or ass pic, boob pic, whatever. Likes a good dick pic?
Yeah.
Got it. Yep.
How about maybe?
Okay.
I'm in the middle.
Okay.
I'm in the middle on
I've
that.
been sending you
I'm
naked
not,
pics.
see, I'm not, I don't know.
Here's my thing. A dick pic doesn't do anything for me, but it does for you.
Yes, I like looking at them.
You do.
I had a lot of them on my phone.
You have what? Is there a folder for dick pics?
Oh my God.
Or is it just all compiling?
They're just loose.
Loose.
Hanging loose.
So in your phone, there are a lot of yes, and there's some dicks. What the hell? So your phone is just a bunch of dick pics?
Yeah, the
Pics.
guys that send them to me, but that's my 28-year-old. So
I like it. Okay, but no, strangers. No. Yes.
Can I ask a
Wait,
question?
strangers.
Some of them are just strangers.
Yes, but
Because you
that I
like
met
pics.
on DateACougar, they sent them right away.
Oh, DateACougar. I'm kind of okay. I get it now. It's like that is a hookup site.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, got it. Okay,
All right.
good info. Go ahead, Joe.
Do women in general dislike that?
I dislike dick pics.
Okay, you dislike it.
Dislike.
You dislike, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, see, this is
But this is why it's interesting. I don't. I get really turned on if someone says to me,
shoulder pick.
"When I see you later, I'm gonna ...
Okay.
For me, that would turn me on. All right, moving on. More than
Excuse me?
2 drinks on the first date or the first meet. I know Joe's answer. Yep. 2 drinks. I don't know. Again, it's another question that why are we asking these questions? It's because we didn't fucking know that we ended up with the bunch of alcoholics here that are all like Temptation Island.
Cheers.
Cheers to that. Okay. Would you fuck someone who would be in some type of situationship? Situationship, is like a steady relationship, undefined. If they were separated but not divorced. Do you care?
No, I don't care.
Because eventually,
Listen, they don't care about anything. And we can make a montage on green flag. Here we go. Sleeping with someone on a first date. Green flag. Yeah, but I don't know. That's okay. Next question. Oh, maybe this will be a red one. I don't know.
Ooh.
Someone who lies about their age.
I don't care.
No, great.
Lie away. Please lie.
Okay, we have another one. Someone who is 65 and says they're still figuring it out and they don't want a relationship. You want that woman. You don't want
I don't know. What's her nail polish like? The horror.
They don't look like that online picture.
Oh wow.
Oh, Trixie, you're online. Is it a hard cut for you?
oh yeah, I've had a lot of that that wasn't them. They
It
used
wasn't
somebody
that.
else's
Please
picture.
elaborate.
Oh,
Give me an example.
okay. this one guy walked in. I was meeting him somewhere, and he walked in, and I went, and he said, Trixie, and I go, who are you? I didn't know who he was. He looked
was
so
that different.
different. Yeah,
It
so
was
different.
that different. Okay.
Pumpkinhead.
That is extra bad.
Yeah,
I've been to
extra
people that are a lot shorter and they were balding and stuff, but that's extra bad. But the last one is, has never been married.
No.
Do we care? You don't care. Is a red flag? If they've never been married,
Never been married. Okay,
Basically-
I don't care.
well, that's the green flag.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
We're in a place with no flags, so
That's
on that
true.
note, I'll take them back.
All right.
This
Why
is
not?
a
That was
polar
nice. I like that. I like the flags.
Okay.
Here's what I'm taking away from this. We need to chill out with our flags
Mm.
because you're a green flag and you're a green light. Everybody's a green light in your book. They just can't lie about what they look like because that's false.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's happened to you too, right?
Are you kidding?
Yeah.
Yeah, it has happened to me.
Do you leave right away?
No, I stay. I finish.
Oh,
that
you
day.
do?
I finished the
Oh,
day.
that's nice.
I just wrap it up quicker.
Oh,
You know what it is? The biggest thing is age. When they hit 50, they start lying. So almost, I mean, I would say fair 30, 40% I swipe on. I know the age is fake.
I never do.
Right.
I say 60, gonna be 61. I don't care.
So when it comes to dating bios, we kind of got into like, Joe, you're not online, but you might go on Tinder for free tonight. It's a good button, free tonight.
Should I?
I think you should.
Okay.
It's Saturday night. Sign up and click on free tonight.
Okay.
So now the bios, and we all know what bios are. They write something about themselves
Right.
and so on. There are some crazy bios out there. So I'm going to read you bios that we found this week. Looking for a sex tape partner with heart. Are you down to fuck, but also ready to spoon and hear about my day? Inquire within if this is you.
Where's the red flag?
Well, yeah,
No. Yeah. Give me a red flag. Yeah.
not going to happen. When you're out there dating now, there are some terms that people say, like ghosting, right? Or situationship. I'm going to read you 3 words, and you're going to guess what that could be.
Okay.
All are dating related.
Okay.
Terms of endearment, we're calling this segment. Here's your first dating word. Woke fishing.
I don't know what that is.
Take a guess. Woke fishing. What can it be?
Wait,
Dating.
how you spelling woke?
Woke, as in W-O-K-E.
Okay.
Woke.
Well, just looking for somebody who's woke in this society, right? Dating someone who's woke in this society, which is could be confusing, but you know,
You know what I think?
that's what they want, right?
Like the values out.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's Joe's pitch. What's your pitch?
I'm thinking that they want to wake up by you.
I hear,
That's
I hear.
kind of good.
Joe thinks basically it's someone who has like woke ideas
Mhm.
for someone like that.
Mhm.
And Trixie thinks it's someone who wants to wake up next to you. Fishing, by the way, is never good. Darker intentions.
Okay.
This is when someone pretends to have progressive or socially aware views to attract a partner, but doesn't actually live by those values.
Why?
You
Is that a sexual proclivity?
they out there dating and they find someone they find attractive and they pretend to have progressive views.
Doesn't matter. Just pretend to get some. Okay.
Okay, another word. Riz.
Rizz.
Yep.
I
Guts.
have no
Just
idea.
get.
Guts.
She's got Riz.
Guts.
Okay, she's ballsy, guts, courage. Is what you're
Okay.
saying. What do you think?
Class.
Trixie, you sure got Riz because that is short for charisma, referring to someone's ability to charm and attract others.
Drunk.
Both of you got Riz.
Okay.
You do not need to be drunk, but it can help with your,
Could help.
but it could help. What is nanoship?
Nanoship. Nanoship. Nanoship.
I never heard any of these terms.
Probably.
Nothing ever happens. You don't date. Zip. Nothing.
Any guesses, Trixie, at all? Nanoship?
Nano. I think nano means something, but I don't know what.
Nothing.
You're right. Nanoship is when you match online and you talk online, you never meet up, you never exchange numbers. It is just on the app and then poof. But to your point, yes, it goes nowhere.
Okay.
It ends. So those now we learn things. We learn about woke fishing. We learn about Riz, which you both have, and nanoship. All right. We're at the end, everybody.
You got a question for the end?
I sure bloody do. Okay, our last segment is called The Perfect 10 because we like to think our guests are perfect 10s.
Thank you.
And you are. You're fabulous.
Thank you.
Inside and out.
Thank you.
So I am going to ask you 10 questions
Okay.
All right.
and that will take us home.
Okay.
Are we ready?
I'm ready.
The Perfect 10 with Joe and Trixie. Here we go. What is the most romantic gesture someone has ever done for you?
Oh, they took me on a cruise.
Oh, that is good.
Yeah. It was a great cruise. We went to Mexico,
Uh-huh.
and I saw him for a while, but then I didn't see him anymore.
And then it just fizzled.
Yeah, it fizzled. That was very classy.
It is very classy.
Yeah.
So it fizzled, but he gets points.
Yeah.
Okay, Joe, same question. What is the most romantic gesture?
You know, I go back to 1981. And this girl really liked me. And we went out on we hung out at a few parties and whatever happened. And I woke up one morning, I looked out the window, and there were a dozen roses spread across the hood of my car.
Oh, wow.
And I thought, wow, I'm 17. She's, 20 or whatever she was. I can't remember. And I thought, wow, that's pretty cool. I thought no one's ever done that before or since. I mean, I've never seen it. That's kind of like an interesting.
That's beautiful.
That was a nice gesture or act.
Yeah.
And I always remember that. Always remember that.
It's something with flowers. I was 5 months into my ex,
Mm-hmm.
and it was my birthday, and he said to me, when are you going to be home from work? Like little questions like that. When I came home, my entire house was filled with roses.
Wow.
I had to step on them. He had come downtown in Los Angeles and bought I don't know, 2,000 roses. I don't know how many.
Wow.
They were everywhere from the whole house. And that is the most romantic thing
Right.
someone has ever done for me. I thought it was beautiful.
I hear a lot about, men doing it for women.
Yeah. But
But
that's unusual.
yeah, it's
Very
unusual
unusual.
that a woman would
Yeah.
do it. Right.
So, okay, what is the one thing you would lie about on a dating app? Would you
Maybe
say
how
something?
much money I have,
Okay.
because I don't want anybody to know how much money I have. So
Oh,
I would lie.
yeah.
They
you
asked
would
me
lie.
something.
You're like,
I
I know,
know.
very little.
Yeah.
Very scraping by.
Right.
Okay.
I think from a comedic standpoint, I think it would be funny for me to say I'm awesome and really just keep pushing it and just say, you don't understand, I am absolutely awesome, and just keep pushing it and see if she either despises it, and this part of the game too,
Yeah.
or says, oh, that's funny. You think you're
wind
awesome, huh?
yourself up in some ridiculous fashion.
Yes.
That's what you would lie about.
Yeah.
Hey, and that is, hey, it is a tactic.
Either they'll despise it or they'll say, oh, you really think you're awesome, huh? And get into the whole,
Yeah.
have some fun.
I like it. It's conniving, it's evil,
Right.
and he has no intention of anything serious.
Right. There you go. Now you,
Watch out for that face.
right.
But good luck. Okay, what quality do you most deplore in a partner or a person?
If they lie about something,
Liars.
liars,
Lying.
liars. Yeah.
I couldn't agree more.
Yeah.
I fucking hate liars.
I do too.
You know.
When I would say, and I don't know what to, when they act a certain way for attention, that they're not really that way, but they act a certain way. They put on a performance for me.
Disingenuous.
Disingenuous. Thank you.
Yeah.
Just give it to me, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Lay it all out there. Let
Yeah.
me have it.
We don't
Right.
need the representative.
Right. Just bring it. Bring it.
Yeah. Okay, what turns you on?
When a guy pays attention to me,
Paying attention.
yeah,
I like that. I agree with
I'd like to
you.
be treated special.
Okay, and that turns you on. Joe.
A little aggressiveness. Show me some kind of, something that is got some excitement to it.
You're not yet naked.
I'm
You're
not
naked.
I'm not
This is
yet
before
naked. That's a book.
You're in the bar still.
Right. I'm still in the bar.
Yeah.
Some kind of exciting suggestion.
Okay. Exciting suggestion.
Yes.
Would you have an example of this?
You know, I mean, I've been in a bar where I've said, you know, like I said to somebody, I said, you know, you want another drink? And they said, no. I said, you want to get out of here? Yes. Okay. That's exciting.
There's a certain zazazu. Okay.
Yes, that's good.
Okay. What is the most unusual place you have had sex?
In my car.
Oh.
They like to do it in my classy car.
Hey, classy car, classy lady. It's a win-win.
Yeah.
Okay. Outside, daytime, bench, out in the open,
Car and bench.
car and bench.
Okay, let's see. Ever sent nudes to anyone? Have you
No,
ever sent a nude?
Definitely not.
Trixie says no. Joe says
Once.
that's a yes, Joe.
Yeah. Did it once because I've never done it. You know, I mean, it's not something it's really good to do, I don't think.
It's not a bad,
Like you said, the women's bodies, you know,
I don't care. Like, yeah,
it's a beautiful thing.
I-
Men,
I don't think it's as hot.
am I right? Nothing. You know, we're men.
A lot of men have. Why are we doing the monkey
Yeah,
thing?
because, you know, we're primitive.
Okay, we're so close. What is a love lesson you had to learn twice? I think you have something.
That half marriage that I was talking about, I
Uh-huh.
was married 2.5 times.
Mhm.
He already had a wife, but she was in Alhambra. I was in Glendale. They
Well,
moved
it's
me to
different.
Malibu Beach. So I loved it until I found out he had another wife.
So did you?
I got an annulment.
Well, of course.
Right.
Now we understand.
Yeah.
Fascinating. Is he alive and well?
I don't know because I lost track of him.
Oh. What is a toxic trait in a man or a woman that you secretly enjoy? Okay,
I
I'm
don't
gonna give
like
you
anything toxic.
anytime a guy doesn't text me, I'm like, oh, he doesn't text me. I don't
Right.
like him.
That pisses me off.
Right, but do you answer the text then when
When I'm ready, a couple days later.
so if he waits like 4 or 5 days to text you, then you wait another 4 or 5 days?
Exactly.
Oh, so you still play games?
Okay, yeah. I'm
Oh,
sorry, I forgot. Yeah.
So I play games, so the
Okay.
games don't really end.
I still play games.
You still play the games.
I'm older, but I still play
This
games.
is bad. The games are still in. Oh, Trixie, the first bad piece of bad news you're giving me all night.
I don't give a fuck. Yeah.
I like, Joe, any toxic traits? Listen.
You show up at my door, that's a.
Joe,
Yes, I secretly enjoy that I'm wanted,
Right.
but I don't.
So a little crazy.
A little bit. A little crazy is kind of like, oh, boy, she really, really wants. She's interested.
Yeah. Go ahead and stalk Joe, everybody. He's into it. What is the best piece of dating or love advice you have ever received?
So I've been on this earth longer than my friends.
Yeah.
And so that I could tell them things, but
Yeah.
I just don't know that they've ever told me things. But they told me when I'm dating a guy that he's not treating me right. They said, don't stick with him.
Oh, did you think that's a good advice?
Yes.
I think so too.
Yeah.
So don't stick with him.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't have
treat you good.
time for
We don't have
foolishness.
time for that.
Yeah.
Okay, I like that. Joe.
They know better. They know better than, they come to me. They're,
He's giving you advice.
no one's ever given me. They know better than that.
Oh.
They know that I understand the whole thing.
Mm.
They come to me and they ask me, what do you think? And I give it to them straight.
Mhm.
And, they know I've been around.
What is your best dating advice for me?
I would say number one, play it cool. Okay, you do not what you said about the texting. Okay, and they don't text you right back and this and that. You play it cool. You're not desperate for anybody. You don't need anybody ever. Remember that. Okay, that's key, and that's what I tell my friends. Same thing. You don't need her. There's a billion girls out there. What do you think? This is the one. Give me a break. There's a ton of them out there. Just relax, pull back, don't make any calls, just let them come to you. And if they don't, you move on. Very simple.
So I actually live by those rules. But so I don't text, I don't chase.
Right.
But I still get hurt.
Everybody has that thing, that issue where other people, you want people to want you. You don't need that bozo. There's a billion other guys out there. This is just another bozo.
Okay, Joe's advice is if they're not for you, the old bozos,
Yeah.
let's go out there and start gaming.
Yeah, that's
like it.
all.
There's a lot of scammers out there.
Yes,
and I
ma'am.
get all these things on my Facebook page. Hi, I like your post and I would like to get to know you better. I tried friending you and it didn't go through.
Yeah.
But they're all scammers.
Yes.
I dated one guy that I thought was real, but he was a scammer. And he as soon as he asked for money, I knew it was a scam. He said, "What are you going to send me for my birthday?"
Oh. So what's your advice for me? To watch out for scammers?
Watch out for scammers.
Okay. Be careful out there, ladies and gentlemen,
Yeah.
because there's a lot of them out there. And
Right.
as soon as someone, I would say, asks for money of any
Ask for
kind,
money.
we're good.
Yeah.
Okay, I got it. Bozos and scammers. Stay away from
The
them.
bottom line.
Bottom line. Hey, what I've learned tonight is that dating is apparently very simple. I just need to stay away from bozos and scammers. And that is the key to happiness, success, and living your best life at 40, 50, 60, 70, or 80, as you could tell from our guests tonight. I just want to say thank you so much to Joe and Trixie.
Thank you.
You're amazing. Thank you for coming on this podcast.
You're welcome.
And you know what? Until next time, hey, grow you up. Always is the answer. And I think I'm going to take Joe and Trixie to Casa Vega and have a drink.
Why not? Cheers.
Cheers.
God bless. Go get them.
Thank you, honey.
No
Thank you.
bozos tonight.
Oh, we have a little something.
Did my microphone work?
Birthday
Oh,
Happy
thank you.
To you.
Oh, Brandon.
Happy birthday, dear Trixie. Happy birthday to you. Isn't that nothing?